Hey, welcome to another episode of Spontaneous Disruption. It's your girl, Elle.
And it's your host, Nikki.
Hi, Nikki. How you doing today, boo?
I'm feeling the type of way about you yelling in my ear like that.
Oh, my God. I don't know why. I'm so excited. I guess I'm just coming down from my
off
commute.
The hook. What happened? What's up?
Girl, nothing.
Oh, no. You coming down from the commute?
Girl, that commute.
It's an adrenaline rush. Yeah.
Yes.
It's
I'm
not
finally
just
coming
a
down
rat
from my
race.
commute to home and then to your home.
Mm-hmm.
Where we are recording today. So yeah, I don't know. You know, this whole election thing and Georgia being a swing state, I am so tired of both of them coming here every other week. I swear for God.
Yeah, it's been having me have a lot of rallies going on.
Child, I'll be so glad when this is over.
Girl, same.
Kamala just had a rally right over at the Lakewood Amphitheater, which is in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Baby.
Oh, yeah, it was this weekend, right? This weekend, yeah.
It was this past
That's
weekend.
why I didn't go out, because I heard
the
the traffic was like super bad. And I was like,
so,
I'm not going out.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not going
I did get a chance to vote. I voted very early. The first day of early voting, I was there. I was pretty much in and out. So we'll see how it's going.
Good job.
Again, thank you.
I'm waiting for them to, man, what do we got? Like roughly 10 days?
Girl, I just can't get here fast enough. I'm so sick of it.
We got like roughly 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But hopefully it wraps up by then.
Yeah.
I think everybody has like, election fatigue.
We're checking out. Yeah. The commercials are insane. They're back to back to back. And then you have the text messages. I'm telling you, if Joe, Barack, Michelle, Kamala, Doug, them folks keep texting me. If they text me one more time.
What kind of list are you on? Because I don't get any texts from these people.
Girl, I'm probably, I don't want to say I made the mistake of donating, but I have donated. So
I haven't donated a dime.
So they keep begging every week. I done gave you what I'm going to give you, girl.
No.
But anyway.
Those people.
So what's going on with you? How's life?
Life is lifing.
Life is lifing. Yeah.
Chilling. What I do this weekend? I was just disciplined, Got my tail in the gym, did my routine, did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Given I have a lot of vitamin deficiencies. So if I can't remember anything, I'm definitely going to blame it on that. Yeah, so.
Excuses.
I'm low on ginkgo.
Oh, my God. I just actually had some blood work done today too.
Did you?
Yeah.
For standard appointment
stuff. Yeah. We're just trying to check all my levels and stuff. Make sure I'm, flying at full staff.
Like normal physical.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't gone for my normal physical yet, but that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming.
My pressure was up a little bit. Never
that
mind.
Pressure.
Probably what I've been eating.
You've been raising that pressure on her.
Oh yeah. Well, not that kind of pressure. I wish.
Oh my God.
But I have gotten into the gym. But my foot's been swollen for a week. Did I complain about this last week we talked? I think
it was last week, and I think you had only been wearing heels.
That day, I had heels on because oddly enough, that's where I was most comfortable on my tippies. I think the flats are just bothering me. I don't know, but I have an appointment tomorrow for that, so hopefully I'll be good. I got a lot of walking to do. I ain't got time for this.
Well, thank you so much for my fancy steak dinner.
Oh my God,
at
it was
Little
good.
Alley Steak. It was good, except for me knocking my water over.
Oh, not just except for that. This place was so fancy. You had to pay extra for the lobster when you order lobster bisque.
Girl,
they don't call it bisque.
Why,
they should just call it bisque.
That's why.
So funny. She was like, would you like to have the lobster on top or whatever? You was like, what? It's lobster bisque. It don't come with lobster? She was like, no, ma'am.
I was so annoyed. I was just like, nah.
You are hilarious because she walked away. You was like, they got me effed up. I was cracking up. I was like, girl, I got this. It's your birthday.
It's the principle, man.
Yeah.
It's the principle.
How you gonna have something called lobster bisque with no lobster?
That was just so annoyed by that.
You know what? We should have gave them low vibes. Come on.
I definitely should have reviewed them. I definitely should go review them.
Yeah, because that was a bit of a surprise.
Really?
Yeah.
Stop calling it lobster bisque when there's no lobster. Like a fashion show with no fashion.
Dreadful.
Dreadful.
But anyway.
Seriously.
All right, girl. You ready to get on with this show?
Let's get into it.
All right. Let's start with technically speaking.
What'd it do?
And technically speaking, Meta has to face U.S. state lawsuits over teen social media addiction.
Girl, what about adult addiction too?
Girl, adults too. I have to get off social media. But I tell you one thing: as soon as I wake up, sometimes, or even if I can't sleep at night, I turn on my phone and I start looking at social media. It passes time. But this entire thing is a little bit different. So, Meta is facing lawsuits, as I said, from multiple U.S. states. The lawsuits allege that Meta intentionally designed Instagram to be addictive, especially for young users, and they failed to warn the public about the potential risk of teens' mental health. What do you think about that?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I agree that something needs to be done because this generation is glued to electronics, but they've never known a life without electronics.
Yeah.
So I don't know, girl, but I just feel like there's so like it's of all ages. Even some seniors at this point are
some adults
addicted to devices, and it's sad.
I mean,
people don't converse. This is why relationships are breaking down.
Yeah.
You know,
folks don't call, they text. They want to message you and set up events on social media.
Nobody wants to converse.
I don't know. So I have somewhat mixed feelings. I do agree that social media, especially the little young brains aren't really developed. Social media can be very, very taxing on the minds and mental health of young people because, they want to emulate some of the things that they see. And it's all about the physical. And then there's people that are like messaging you and just saying really negative, nasty things. It's like picking at the scab that you got and you already feel a certain way about yourself maybe, and then it's exasperated by other people's opinions. So you have that aspect of it, but the other aspect of it is it's mental health. Everybody's not capable of compartmentalizing some things. So I don't know. It's like, what is the answer? Do they get help? Where does parenting come in this as well? So I don't know.
Yeah, the parents are on their devices too.
Yeah,
they're busy on their devices, and then they use the devices to babysit the kids so that they can have their time free. So it's like a vicious like dynamic.
Yeah. So there's a lot of experts and advocates that are arguing that the platforms can contribute, like I said, to problems with anxiety, depression, body image issues. So is the answer to penalize Meta, or is the answer for you as your mental health, you to step away?
Well,
I don't know. I feel like people are getting softer and softer these days. Not as tough.
Yeah, I mean,
I used to get bullied and stuff. There's no excuse for it, but
yeah, no, I think that people are fragile, but like the internet is definitely like a cesspool. It's not a nice place. Like people come for you for no reason at all.
They do,
unprovoked.
Girl. I know. I'm so glad you entertain me with some of your stories. They're hilarious that people come at you.
But I'm not coming at them for no reason.
No, I said they come at you. You'll give your opinion, and then people will start trying to attack. It's crazy.
I don't curse people out and get into all that, but I will give you a nice professional read.
Yes, she does.
And move along.
I mean, when she reads you, them people probably pulling up their dictionary. They talking about, what she say about me? What you say about my mama? She'll be pulling it up on. What that word be?
Hey.
Oh my goodness! So
come for me unless I send for you.
I know that's right. But yeah, there's a growing movement also to promote digital wellness and encourage people to use social media in moderation and just be mindful of the potential effects that it has on your mental health. That would be my recommendation, and there are experts also who argue that there should be some kind of label on social media like there is for cigarettes.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well, speaking of labels, right, on things, some of these dating apps who have us swiping right or left are now implementing kind of like labeling on people's profiles and intertwining, politically charged questions into kind of the vetting process. So some examples that are like Tinder, right? They have questions like, or they have badges essentially that you can put on your profile. So it's like, I support women's reproductive rights.
Okay.
Or, different political stands, basically.
I wonder how damaging that can be, though.
It's not very specific about the candidates.
I didn't know that. Okay. But do you have a badge for whether you're Republican, Independent, Democrat, or they don't get into that?
I'm not on any of them, so I haven't seen that specifically.
Mm-hmm.
However, some of it is like pretty obvious that you are what you are. So, for example, there's this dating app called The Right Stuff, which I had never heard of before, but it was created in 2022 for conservative daters.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, the point of it was to help like create an environment catering to the shared values, but folks on the right.
Mm-hmm.
So it was co-founded by John McAtee, like a Project 2025 strategist, and a former Donald Trump, aide. So basically, just joining the app is somewhat like indicating what your political leanings are, right? So, for example, in their dating questions and prompts, it's questions like, what's your favorite liberal lie?
Oh, God.
So it's a very leading question.
It is leading question. It sounds like some undercover recruitment or something for something nefarious. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those kinds of questions.
It's like, we're going to be like the Republican Bonnie and Clyde type situation.
I don't know. Would I be
I don't
interested
know.
in that? I don't know. How about we just have a conversation about things? I don't know.
Well, I think basically it's a balancing act because, apps like OkCupid and Tinder are, the leadership of those companies are, it seems, more left leaning.
Yeah.
And so they have, they've chosen some of the badges that people can add. So obviously,
yeah,
a lot of them are promoting values that they, feel are important.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And they're outspoken about that too.
Yeah.
Like they're very outspoken about that. Like we can't let this happen in terms of like women's rights being rolled back and things taken away.
Mm-hmm.
Their leadership have come out and stated those types of things. So, I mean, I guess if there's a population and a market for it, somebody's going to serve it.
Yeah. All right, girl. Well, good luck to these dating apps. I've never been on one ever in my life. I hope I never have to be because they sound like they're evolving and not in the greatest of directions. I don't know. I prefer to have a conversation with people, but I guess, I don't know. I don't know if I wanted to just eliminate people based on maybe certain badges. Do they got badges for racism?
I know, right?
You know where I'm going with that, right?
They definitely need some badges for racism. Yeah, which brings us to like our low vibe.
Yes, absolutely. That's why I was wondering about that.
Yeah, well, you don't do dating apps, but you also aren't doing dating shows.
No.
Girl, I could not be one of these contestants on one of these dating shows. Not even the Golden Bachelor. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. Child. Okay.
He was married for 2 seconds.
I know,
what was
right?
The point? They got the whole special and everything.
But a lot of them don't get married at all. Like, it's crazy. Like, and, don't even get me started on Love is Blind. But right now, I want to talk about Love Island USA.
Yes, ma'am.
And candidate, contestant Hannah Smith, who was on season 6, which aired, earlier this year in the summertime. Well, she's here in Georgia, and she was at the Battery in Cobb County at a concert, and she was being ejected, asked to leave and walked out by the police for disorderly conduct. She was intoxicated, yelling and screaming, carrying on. She's 26 years old and acting very immature. Okay. So I don't know how she fared on Love Island because I didn't watch the show.
Yeah.
But they definitely, there was no love for her up in Cobb County. So, and she returned and retorted with very venomous, like
racist rhetoric
talk toward the arresting officer. So she started, punching as well at the officer, attempting to. And of course, she got taken down to the ground by a female police officer, a black woman, a black female police officer, who she proceeded to call a B and threatened to kill her. She called her dumb and ugly and fat, and they whoever they is love us skinny bees because you're a fat effing black.
Oh my
B,
goodness.
blah 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 blah. She went on and on and on, honey.
I think I read some of that. She said she don't like black women, but she didn't use the women word. She said black bees.
She said B.
Wow.
And so, yeah, she was all types of bees that day, right? So she got arrested. She was booked on 2 felonies, terroristic threats and willful obstruction of law, of a law enforcement officer.
Wow.
However, she was like released on bail the next day, and they're deciding whether or not they're going to press charges or like hold her accountable for those charges. I'm like, really? Where they do?
Why do we decide?
But hold up,
Yeah.
my final thing on it. Exactly. She stated what she stated, but her lawyer is basically saying she doesn't remember any of it.
Oh, of course not.
He's saying shortly, after she had a drink somewhere at the bar, she was, she walked away and she just really didn't even remember anything after that. Lies. He said she's deeply troubled by these events and she regrets any actions that offended anyone, including law enforcement. Child, please.
What is that saying about the drunk mind speaks the true words or something like that? She's drunk, but she that might have been how she really felt about things.
She meant that.
Girl, gone.
Yeah, nothing to say. I have nothing to say.
Yeah, she's a non-factor to me. Yeah. Anyway, I've never seen Love Island. I am aware of Love Island. Is this comes on regular TV
seen
or
it,
like
but it
Netflix
looks like
or
super
something?
Boring. Like, I don't know. I've never been appealed to it. I think when they replay it, it comes on Peacock.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's probably where I've seen it, but I've never even watched one episode because I don't care.
I've never watched it either.
Whether they find love or not.
On the island. They should have kept her on the island, wherever the island was.
They can take her back. We don't want her. And that's the funny part too. Girl, you in ATL. You better love you some black women. That's all that's around you around here.
What's
the capital.
All the smoke?
What is with the smoke? You in the wrong city, boo.
Yeah, but honey, we don't care.
Well, yeah, she definitely deserves low vibration, and we'll see. I don't necessarily believe in cancel culture, so I won't even get into that. But y'all feel I ain't never messed with her anyway, so
I didn't even know she was.
Cancel. Ho, I don't care.
ATL
ho. That's where you at. You better recognize. Anyway, so enough of low vibration. Let's get into some highlights. Okay. Oh, and we happen to be talking about a beautiful black woman.
Oh, well.
Flau'Jae Johnson. She bought 20 acres of land in ATL. Okay. In her statement, she says, God is good and amazing. 20 years old again, she bought a total of 20 acres. And this land represents more than just an investment for her. She wants to create opportunities for her community and leave a legacy that shows young women, especially young black women, that we can do it all. Owning 20 acres at her age is proof that with vision and hard work, you can actually break boundaries and build the future that you dream of. So shout out to her.
You can do so much with land, and I have a friend now who's looking for some land, and she got a lot of plans for it as well.
Awesome.
I've
been reading more and more about people buying like large lots of land and like building homes, just creating communities for themselves. So I think that's pretty awesome. And
the thing is, like, it's land.
Is that the right pronunciation? Flau'Jae, Flau.
I don't know.
I think Flau'Jae Johnson. I think she plays basketball in the WNBA.
I don't know her.
Okay. Well, congratulations to her. Shout out. And 20 acres of land at 20 years old. She's building a community and creating opportunities for her folks. So, yeah, I like it. I'm here for it.
Same. Go, girl.
All right. So let's get into the Internet of Things. What is thinking on the Internet, ma'am?
Girl, 50 Cent.
50 Cent.
He is singing on the internet
and everywhere,
all over Vegas. Okay,
all over Vegas.
He landed his first ever Vegas residency. Never thought I'd see the day.
Oh my goodness! All right, so he can do it all.
Yeah, so he will be performing a series of like 6 shows at PH Live. Planet Hollywood. What PH Live is like a club inside Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino, but it's a $15 million deal. His show's kicking off in December, That's when his residency kicks off, and he's basically going to be performing a lot of his music that he's had in his catalog for years now. Yeah, and so
50's surprising me.
He's quite the mogul.
He is. He really surprised me. Who knew that he would, when I first heard In the Club and saw his videos, I just never thought he would be doing so much. Like, he's in like production, TV, film. He's still doing his music. My goodness. And isn't he buying up land too somewhere in Louisiana? Because he's trying to do a studio also like Tyler Perry, I believe. How long is the residency?
It is just 6 shows. They didn't say like how long
Are you
it was.
Serious? He only has 6 shows
for
and
$15
he's
million.
My God! Well, congratulations, 50 got a lot going on. 6 shows for $15 million. Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
he's definitely getting there. If he's not at billionaire status yet, I'm sure he's on his way. But he creates. He has created so many opportunities for so many people.
I think you said at one point like he was trying to get some land.
Yeah, in Louisiana.
Louisiana. What's that for?
I think he's trying to open or build a studio like Tyler Perry's.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's the location that he chose for whatever reason.
Well, certainly costs and probably like film benefits, industry benefits. Interesting.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, for sure.
And speaking of 50, I'm just going to have a quick little shout out. Big Meech is out. They saying Big Meech got moved to the halfway house. Big Meech is one half of the founder of the BMF Black Mafia family. Mm-hmm. That's one of 50 Cent's shows, the BMF. Yeah. That comes on Stars now, I guess. And so, yeah, he's out. He's been in jail since, I don't know, maybe he's done 20 years or so. Yeesh. I don't know, for like drug trafficking and things like that. His brother's been out for a few years now, but he just got out. He's in a halfway house in Miami, so we'll see.
Golly.
Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna make an appearance on the show. His son is on the show.
The Queens, what is it with Eva Marcel?
Yes,
all the Queens.
The Queens men. Yes, I've seen it.
Oh no! Anytime I hear about a halfway house, I think about little dude, nephew.
Oh my goodness, I don't know much about that though. I've seen a few episodes. I think I'm behind a whole season. So.
Oh my gosh!
But I did like the show.
Yeah,
so
that's funny.
All right, child. And other internet news, we got. I thought was the black folks' favorite president, but he in hot water right now. So we're talking about President Barack Obama. He has called out black men, okay, and he has touched a nerve among black male voters and some Democrats.
Now, did he call them out or did he call out to them?
Well, I just feel like he's hey. It's his opinion. So while he was speaking to staffers at a Harris campaign office in Pennsylvania, he suggested that misogyny and sexism are the culprits of the lack of black men's support for Harris. So, hey, he said part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president, and you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that.
I actually heard a couple black men say they don't think having a woman as president is good for the country. Yeah. I've actually heard only black men say that.
It's really a shame, I just feel like...
I feel like maybe other men of other races haven't said it out loud, but they may feel that way as well.
But it's even worse. It's like you're saying out loud what should be said probably in the house. Like I said, I used to tell you, like my parents be like, what happened in this house? You stay in this house?
Not even a notion. It shouldn't even be
like, spoken. It shouldn't be an idea. And this is my thing too. Again, it just goes back to the black woman being the most disrespected and unsupported. Like, if you feel like, she's not getting the support or backing that she should have, like, why not support her? Why not support her and help her out? I just don't understand that. And what is your reasoning for thinking that it's not good for the country to have a woman?
Well, I would say
black woman. It's just,
I don't think that cool. Kamala is really, to be honest, like the most likable, but at the same
time, good God, she's more likable than Trump, in my opinion.
I mean, Trump is hard to like, but other than for racists. But at the same time, like, I don't think it's there are some people who like legitimately don't like align with her politics, right?
Yeah, I can even understand that.
her cackle and everything else like kind of like annoys me, but like that has nothing to do with like her ability to lead. A woman's ability to lead has nothing to do with that. So like if you don't like Kamala, say that, but like if you have an issue with women, like you're the issue in my opinion.
Just make it make sense. And then when you look at the alternative and the former President Trump's history with black men and the things that he's done, and he's still demeaning the exonerated Central Park Five. I mean, to me the choice is clear, but hey, I'm not a black man, so I don't know, but I haven't heard anyone make a lot of sense of why they really wouldn't vote for her over Donald Trump. But
I feel like your choice. Obama as a black man is more qualified to speak on black men than I am. So like he said it.
Yeah, I think they're pissed at him for saying it, and especially out in the open.
He's one of y'all. So
I mean, he like they say that. I think he
speak
called
on
him
behalf
to the
of
carpet.
y'all, but he said what he said.
He called him to the carpet on it, so we'll see. So a lot of black men are just aggravated by it. But like, again, why? The key question is why? Make it make sense. Okay?
Yeah.
They need to just understand to me the impact of another Trump presidency, on democracy, crime. He's talking about attacking the enemy from within. Like, I don't even want to really get into all that stuff. I mean, we have healthcare crisis and issues, and I don't know. But that's their choice.
It's an important election, but a lot of people feel like they're just not going to be represented in any way. I was reading this article recently about poor black women, and particularly in rural parts of Georgia, and it was in one of those women's mother's assistance facilities, and they asked a group of about 20 or so women, how many of y'all going to vote? And it was like 6 raised their hands, and it's like, we are worried about feeding our children and getting to the like getting to the polls is not top of mind, basically,
And that may be, but it may be more difficult to feed your kids if you don't vote. So I don't know.
Perhaps.
I mean, people do have more, pressing issues at the time, but you have time. So hopefully these people will get out and vote. A lot of people just don't believe it makes a difference, and it is a tough argument to make in a lot of cases. I get that.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, these black men, they were upset. So, I mean, he called them to the carpet, and hey, I don't know. Do they want him to lie to him? Make it sound fly to him? I don't know. But that brings me to our main topic, honey, and it is about lying. When is lying a problem? Or should I say, why do people lie, girl? Folk be lying and know they lying.
I don't know, man. Some habitual liars out here.
I just realized, it's crazy. I just realized, I was scrolling through like my Netflix trying to find something to watch. And I see, in some other app I was looking at all these, stories and documentaries about lies. So I came across one called Anatomy of Lies. So this was about the one of the writers on Grey's Anatomy. And she just went through great lengths to lie about having cancer, cutting her hair off and doing all of these things, just to like get favor. It's just so crazy. She was very ambitious, I
heard about it. And she I believe what happened was like she had some type of surgery and everybody was like focused on her for that time period, and then when her surgery or whatever, she was recovered, everybody just fell off, like she heard nothing, right? So she got obsessed. She was obsessed with the feedback from like being hurt. Like it was almost like she after that became hypochondriac and was just lying about everything.
She lied
her
about
health, her
so
family
much.
members
It's
dying.
Insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. And then there was another documentary that I'm almost done with. I didn't finish it, but it was called Sweet Bobby. And it was about this. My God. Why do people lie and do these things? So this lady is pretty much getting catfish. She's in a relationship with a man for 10 years that she's never actually met.
That was ridiculous, though. No,
girl, do you just want to be lied to? Never heard the man's voice. Like she would leave voice messages and he would answer with text talking about he his voice.
He's in witness protection.
Yeah, he's a witness protection child, and it's just crazy. So this documentary, it starts out with her saying she ran into him at the club somewhere, and the guy doesn't know who she is, and he's like, who the hell is this? And she's like, I thought maybe he was just drunk and he couldn't hear, but I think that was like the picture that he was using, I guess, and she ran into like the real person who had actually never. It's just insane. She was in this whole relationship for 10 years, and at that time she was 35 years old, Indian lady, and she said marriage was very important to her. You know, I was just like, my goodness. In her culture, she's like, she needed to get married, and she had already been in a previous relationship for 18 years. 18. So when
I didn't even hear that part.
Yes. So when
I knew it was a guy she was started dating younger, but I didn't know it was 18 years.
Yeah, she was in a relationship with him for 18 years. And when they broke up, like half her life, she was 35. And then, you know, she had met the guy. His name is Bobby, the catfisher.
I think she was going to get married to him, but he got cold feet or something, right?
He did. But like 18 years, girl, you were 34 at the time. You've been with this man. It wasn't going to happen. But yeah, she said they would break up and get back together quite a lot. So I don't know, but I just feel so bad for people who fall into these traps. And it's just like, what kind of piece of shit do you have to be to lead somebody on like that?
So I won't give it away, but it didn't even, it was so much, it was like the biggest catfish ever. I'll just say this. Mm-hmm. Like, it was someone close to her.
I was going to say the enemy's always close.
It was somebody close to her, and that's all I'm going to say.
It has to take a lot of mental illness to carry something like that on. So you carried this on for 10 years and with somebody close that knew intimately probably details. I mean, it's just insanity.
It was such an intricate lie, too. I'm going to tell you. It was so intricate.
I just don't get it. I mean, I've been lied to as well. And like, of course, everybody tells little white lies here and there, but you can't be a habitual liar. And I'm pretty good at sniffing out lies for the most part. I've always been the type of person, like when people talk too much, I know they lying. I just be looking. I've always been able to sniff out people that just be lying. So I haven't been catfished per se, thank God. But I mean, yeah, you can. And I was on Reddit, and there were some people who actually reached out on Reddit and said, I have a lying problem and I just can't seem to stop. They got it from, like, one person said they got it from their family, their dad.
You did not get lying from anybody. Like, if anything, like, that should turn you off to it.
Yeah.
You lie because you want to lie, and you have your own fears about whatever it is you're trying to hide or deceive.
The only thing I can think of is people lie. Like, why would you lie? And for me, the things about lying is fear of what other people might think.
Yeah, well, like what they might think.
Yeah. People pleasers lie all the time too. Getting in trouble, stuff like that. And it's like, we gonna find out the truth. So you might, it just looks worse.
Criminals lie all the time, you know.
Yeah, some people lie so much. I really think they believe their lies. It's like literally in their head they've been lying about a certain thing for so long. I just never got it. First of all, I've never been good at lying.
Yeah,
never been good at lying. A lot of people can blow smoke, and you know, people tell little lies all the time, like in job interviews and things like. I've never ever been good at it. I wish I was a little bit better at it sometimes. I can't have my face, child. If I feel a certain way about something, you won't know about it. So I don't know. You know, they say some people lie for image control. You know, they have. Yeah, I don't know. It's insane. It's a problem when you have to constantly lie. You know, and just change the narrative about your life. You know, and this whole. Again, like with Trump, I just feel like I call him Trump, but yeah, Trump, he is a tramp. He does not have, the truth ain't in him.
No, it's not.
The truth ain't in him. And it's just like, he'll do something right in front of your face and say he do it. But it's so crazy how people just believe him. I think people honestly just believe what they want to believe. Like this young lady that carried on a 10-year relationship with a person she's never even seen or spoken to verbally is like insane to me.
Yeah. No.
But I mean, I'm not going to put that on her, but she does need to seek some help and, you know, and try to understand why she would allow this to happen to her for so long.
Self-esteem.
I don't want to victim blame, but yeah.
She got definitely some self-esteem issues. I don't know what that's about, but where that stems from, you know. But obviously there's the cultural pressure that you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
And perhaps she seemed to be a little bit like, just have this air of desperation about pleasing her family.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not part of that community and culture. So I don't know what that's like. You know, I just never had that type of pressure on me from my parents
either.
Do anything like that. So
I don't, and I just wish I knew how to help just pathological lies. Everybody don't have the resources to get help professionally. So I don't know. There's books out there. You know, I hesitate to say the internet because all kind of crazy stuff's on the internet too. But I mean, you have to trust the people around you, and it should always be a safe space for you to be able to tell the truth about things.
Yeah.
No matter what, if you love somebody, like truly love them, you know, you should be able to tell them the truth and respect them enough to tell them the truth, because they're eventually going to find out. And what is that going to feel like? Not good. Not good. You know, it's just easier just to tell the truth. You know, it's easier. First of all, I've never been good with like even trying to keep up with the lie.
Yeah.
Never.
Oh, that's the thing. Like,
because it just grows and grows.
How are you gonna like keep track of all the lies you told, right? That's how people usually get like tripped up.
Yeah.
It's like one lie, like, you know, you get exposed. I've seen, you know, people talk about like how eventually your lies start to unravel.
They are going to start to unravel. You know, and like you got to continue to try to cover it up. It's got to be an awful feeling. It has to be so freeing just to
I don't have the memory. You know, I have vitamin deficiencies.
Oh my God.
I can't keep up with all these
can't keep up with the lie. I can't. My iron is low. My iron is low.
I'm not lying about that though, right?
That's hilarious. No, I just don't have it in me either. I don't know. I just feel away. Like I said, everybody tells little white lies here and there. You know, I've been guilty of that myself. But anything I gotta like seriously keep up with, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I can remember being a young kid, and my mom would just be like, "Did you do such and such?" I'd be looking like, "Oh yeah." I be wanting to lie, but my eyes.
One of my family members like used to lie about just simple stuff like, "Did you go to the bathroom?" No.
Yes, I know people that actually do that. I know people that actually do that. Just lie about the most ridiculous. It's just like, why?
I don't know.
I don't understand. Do you really not feel safe? It's like if you lie about something like that, you really need to get some help. Like that ain't nothing to lie about. People lie, you know. You be like, "Oh, I saw you with some pink shoes." I ain't got no pink shoes. So I'm like, okay.
Crazy as wow.
Craziness. I don't know. You know, I feel bad for people like that because I just feel like there's something in them that just doesn't trust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I don't feel sorry for catfishers that just be lying because, you know, it's not a victimless crime. You're hurting someone like deeply, especially you got somebody in a whole relationship for 10 years and it was a lie all along.
Yeah, I think she tried to pursue some charges for like fraud and some other things. And then
I got to finish it tonight. I got halfway through.
Yeah, definitely finish it. And then, cause it's not that long.
But it was insane. No, it's like an hour and 20 minutes or 30 minutes or something.
Yeah. And, yeah, that didn't necessarily go the way she expected either. So just watch.
And you just really hurt people more when they find out the truth. Like you mentioned Love is Blind a little bit earlier. Like the guy that said he was like a sperm donor, and then now the baby mama then came out and said, you a sperm donor for the one, but we crushed and smashed for the other two.
What?
Spoiler alert. But it came out today. By the time y'all hear this,
it actually came out for real.
Well, what do you mean?
Like it came out like in the word on the streets.
Well, word on the streets. She's actually
she had two other kids.
Yes, she said that
3 total.
Yes, she has twin girls, a son. She identifies as lesbian, right? And so she said she and Tyler were best friends, and he decided to help her and her wife at the time have a baby. So he was a sperm donor for that. But she said, you know, she has a hard time talking about it because she is lesbian, and I don't know, I guess. She said, well, I think that she felt like the LGBTQ community would judge her harshly. So I believe she said
for having intercourse with a man.
For having intercourse with a man, and she identifies as lesbian.
Men
it does happen.
Who are part of the community do that all the time. Yeah. Like have relations with women.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, look. I just feel like whatever.
Yeah, but apparently, but this is a thing. So it's like he told I don't know yet because we haven't seen the reunion show yet. But the mom of the kids, she came out. She was like, no, he was the sperm donor for the one. Me and my wife broke up, and he and I had a sexual encounter where we naturally had twin girls.
That was one encounter?
That's what she said.
Girl, stop.
But anyway. Stop.
That don't even sound right. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, you would think that they would have the twins.
Oh, she said they lived together at one point, too. I think she was saying that he stayed there, and she has pictures of him with the kids on holidays and things like that, because he was trying to make it sound like they were totally not involved. He said the kids don't even know what he looked like. She was like, that's totally not
He
true.
paused on that. So that seemed like, to me, I was like, that's cap, man.
I feel bad
for her.
That's
potentially cap.
Like, why would you tell a half truth? If you're going to tell the truth, just tell the entire truth. You're supposed to love this woman, and if you love her, trust her. You can't tell half truth about something. I would never believe anything else that came out of his mouth.
But the thing is,
you should have told her in the pods. Why didn't you tell her that?
He should have. Like, that's why his credibility is a little bit shot. However, it's not proven yet. Like, somebody came out and said something that contradicts what he was saying, but like, we don't know either one of these people, so we don't know who's lying.
So
somebody's lying.
Absolutely don't. Somebody is lying.
But it seems like it would be pretty easy to figure out.
Yeah,
and prove.
So we'll see what happens. But basically, I'm gonna end this with saying lying is bad. Don't do it, especially if it's somebody you love. I'm gonna say what
my mom always said: if you lie, you cheat. If you cheat, you steal. If you steal, you kill.
Yep, I remember that. I sure enough remember that too.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else to say.
Yeah, so I mean, do your best. Like, it's hard to tell the truth. It can be very difficult to tell the truth. But if you love that person and you actually want to grow with that person or whatever, I don't know if it's your mama, daddy, sister, cousin, lover, whatever it is, you need to respect them and trust them with your truth and just be truthful.
Be truthful and transparent. Because honesty and transparency are not necessarily the same.
This is true. Yeah. All right, girl. So you ready to get into some each one, teach one?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Go on then.
All right,
going first then.
I'm going. And it's going to relate back to our main topic. And this is what I'm going to say about that. The worst thing about being lied to is that the person lying to you didn't think you were worth the damn truth. Boom.
Damn.
I know, girl. That was good, wasn't it?
That was good.
I googled it. You know. It's true, though.
I'm pondering that.
Yes, girl. It's like if you like just... don't look at my face and lie to me, make it sound fly to me. Just look at me, tell me the truth. If you trust me, you love me, you think I love you. Trust me with your truth, boo.
It's jacked up.
Yeah.
I guess mine is a little bit related too, but not following what you said. So it's about trusting your instincts.
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So not only obviously is that story like a case in point, but a friend of mine, called me today. She's from Nigeria. And she had gone home for her mother's funeral. And she got out of her small town in Nigeria just days before this major incident happened. But her brother is still back in the town that they live in, which I won't name because I don't want to call any attention to it or stereotype, anything. But, she was very fearful about going home because of all of the violence that's been breaking out. Oh, wow. And so her brother had gone into this market and he said that his spirit just was not. Ooh. Didn't feel right. He was like, get on out of here. So he left. Felt like that before too, and 30 minutes later, this political group, whatever, came in, these gangs essentially, and shot up that place and some nearby places, killing 15 people.
Oh, I am so sorry to hear that. That's wild.
But trust your instincts and your intuition. If you got a feeling about something, you're either not supposed to be there, you're not supposed to be doing it.
Roll
think twice.
Yeah.
Get out.
Oh, that's a good one. Yep.
That's it.
All right, girl. Well, that brings us to the end of our show. And we want to thank you for sticking with us as we continue to grow. You can listen and subscribe to the show on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
We also invite you to like and follow us on IG and TikTok and email us at spontaneousdisruption@gmail.com to chat with your host or propose topics for future episodes. With that, we'll see you next week and
we out.